Hi, we are two buddies, one mic, and today we happen to be matching colors. Why do you always copy me?
I really genuinely thought I was being unique today.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've had this problem for a long time where we show up in matching colors.
Oh.
Anyway, my name is Turife.
And my name is Kathomi. Welcome.
Welcome to. So today we're going to be talking about our biggest fears as women. When somebody says the biggest fear a woman can have is not having children, or not being married by the time she's 30 years old, or not having a family, blah 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 blah. But our actual fears away from the patriarchy are very different.
Yep.
Number one, creepy crawlies. Please. If it doesn't have two legs like a human being, I don't want it anywhere near me. Anything, spiders, snakes, because they don't even have legs. There's just something about snakes that creeps me out. Anything that creeps and crawls and you randomly find it on top of you, nah. Cockroaches, they scare the hell out of me. I just, ugh.
Have I ever told you about the story where we went to Stedmark Gardens where they have like a zoo? Actually, Stedmark Gardens has a zoo, the one in Karen. And so there are a bunch of animals, lions, yada, yada, yada. But then additionally, they have a secluded spot, which is like a walk-through, and it's just snakes and snakes and snakes and snakes. So I'm like, I ain't never been a bitch for nobody. Pussy clacks, nothing. Let's do this. So mastered my courage. I had just been playing around with the snapping turtle. I held it. I had pictures of it. It was fine. And snapping turtles are even scarier because they are slow, but then they just project and bite you. So I was fine.
At a giraffe, I can't feed.
Let me tell you, I walked in. Mind you, it's glass. So it's one showcase, two showcase, like that. So it's glass separation. So I walked in and there was a snake on this side, right? So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna be closer to this wall. It's like in my mind, I autocorrected. I'm like, yeah, I'm far away from you. I'm not worried about anything else. And we're like, yeah, this is a black mamba, blah, blah, blah. Once he finished, and then it's like, yeah, and then if you turn to your right, and I turned, and that motherfucker was a green mamba. Its face was right here. I am telling you, the nduthi that I talked over there. Sha. Never ever again.
It's so freaky.
Imagine
those things are so ugh.
With your biggest fear. It's like I just turned and we had locked eyes with that motherfucker. I am telling you, they nearly talk at you.
Even walking in like really woody, foresty areas, I have this fear that it might fall. And just the feeling of...
Because they swing on trees,
Yeah. So if it fell...
It could be massive. And they're the sizes. And the worst part is, so we used to go a lot to Karura with Turi a lot for walks.
Yeah.
And then Turi decided, you know what? Let me just give you a little extra phobia. She sends me a video. She's like, oh my God, check this out. So I'm excited. I just opened the video. It was a snake this size, just like crossing the road
at Karura.
And now every time I go walking alone and I start to hear sounds,
just like
immediately.
It's not my day, Jehovah. It's not my day.
Another fear, safari ants.
Turaku.
Si turaku. Zile zingine, the big ones.
Okay, mi najua turaku.
Turaku ni
that is a valid fear. What do you mean?
To cute.
Turaku are the ones that come in hordes and find you in bed.
Yeah, they're the ones.
Yes.
No, the bigger ones. The ones that look like fire ants. The big safari ants. The ones that usually they cross the road. And if they bite you,
yes.
If they bite you, you're gone. And one time I was like, I'm afraid of this. They're just ants, and it's so cute. If you see them walking across, it's because they've just seen food and they're sending each other signals through pheromones so that you can be able to go and find food and help us carry it back to the nest. Nyef.
Where are your survival skills?
The moment I walked into like this, I got lost in Karura alone, took this path.
This is recent, my God.
Took this path and it was just like, it was covered everywhere. The path has not been used for so long.
Yeah.
There are just leaves covering everything. So you can't really see the ground. All right,
Oh God.
guys. And then I'm walking casually, you know. I've asked this girl, she's like, yeah, just take this there. There's a way out. I'm just like, girl, it doesn't look there's a way out here, but I can see it on the map. I'll keep going, bro. I walked in, punch, punch, punch. I stepped, and then I looked down for a second. There were ants everywhere. And immediately I just started, you know, that leaping. You leap to the next spot. Unfortunately, it's ants everywhere. So you jump, more ants. You jump, more ants. You jump, and the whole fucking path was just ants. So I'm freaking out.
You can remove your clothes.
I got out, right? Eventually, I found my way out. And I checked myself, you know, checked the bottom of my shoes, no ants. And I'm like, okay, cool, all is well. Took 2 steps. Bruh. It's the way I felt an ant bite me in my back. I just started throwing all my clothes out. Like, where is this thing?
Whoever sees me will see me.
Where is this thing? I don't care. Let's find this ant. And yeah, so creepy crawlies and ants and snakes. It's a no for me. I think we've built on that one quite a bit. But like, yeah, if we're now being realistic and we're getting into more things that just are relatable to everyone. You know that feeling when you leave your house and you're like, you were brushing your hair, you used a hair dryer or something, or like a flat iron or something, and you're like, huh, did I turn that off? And my natural fear is if I left it on, what's going to happen is
your house is
going to burn the house. So every time I leave the house, I'm just like immediately, did I turn that off? Did I turn that off? I'm doing like a mental check. I'm actually physically walking in and making sure that, but it's like the more you walk in, the more it's the irrational fear just because, and you're just like, did I turn that off? Did I turn the TV off? Or I left it on and now my power,
Imagine tokens. Tokens are so expensive.
Hey.
How do you leave the TV on?
The gas, you know? Because it clicks and then the gas fumes and then you put it ablaze. Did I turn that off? I think as I was leaving, I could hear the hiss of the gas coming out. And now I'm freaking out that there's going to be a small little fire somewhere and then it's just going to, the whole house is gone. So did I lock the door? Did I close the mosquitoes at night? You know, mosquitoes.
Overthinking.
So my natural fear is, did I turn that off? Did I close that? Did I? Natural fear.
Another nightmare I have, this is nightmare fodder for me, personally for me. I've had nightmares about this where I get to the supermarket, the counter, and after they've checked everything, and then they tell me, your total is this and this and this. And I give them the card, and it declines.
Yeah, decline!
Okay? And I tell them, try again. And it declines. Let me tell you, I've woken up in a cold sweat, thinking, dreaming about that scenario. That's my biggest fear. Just being embarrassed and just the fear of being an inconvenience to other people. Because people are queuing behind me, wanting to be served. And I have been the impatient person behind somebody whose card is 100%. Declining. And I'm just like, wow, what a disorganized person. Or people who get to the front of the counter and they have to ask somebody to pay via M-Pesa. Let me tell you, I am scared. I am scared.
What if they don't pick up?
If I don't have the money, I will not go. I will not go. If I don't have the money for an Uber, I will not get on the Uber. I will sit there until the money comes in and then I get into the Uber. If I don't have money for food, I will not go to the restaurants and start ordering.
Ordering everything.
I will be at home like this. Money comes in, pew pew. I go out. One thing, I never want to find myself in a situation where I am stranded and I am calling people, Aki, please, can you send me? Aki, please. Nikubaya. Aki. I am scared of doing that. And people who send their house helps to the supermarket.
And then you make them
and then you tell them,
ukifika
kwa counter uniambie. That is shameless behavior.
That is horrible.
Because they're so mortified. Everyone behind them is impatient.
Yeah.
Wewe huchukui simu uko dunda.
You're traumatizing them. It's very unfortunate that people do this. And I know, yes, they do steal your money sometimes, but as in, surely
You're leaving them in
your
charge of your whole house.
your house. It's money you draw the line at. That's where you draw the line.
Small 1,000. You want to cause chaos. Come
no,
on.
You're doing too much. I think in the same beat of like payments and just like being an irrational fear of mine as well. But, well, it's actually rational because I had a very horrible experience before. Not having rent. Not having rent.
Stability is a huge thing.
Let me tell you about that. The way I was put in a fix one time. You know the way you get in your business and you put all your money in there. They're like, yeah, biashara italipuka, just wait for it. And then now you've given your last cent to the business.
And you're still waiting for it.
You're waiting for it. And rent has come. You're needing to pay rent. Let me tell you, I have never had a more traumatizing experience. Well, I've had many traumatizing experiences, but clearly, this is where I just decided, no. I am not moving into a house if I cannot afford the rent. I would rather stay home until I am 40, but I can afford my rent. Like, I am not moving to a house without having rent. Because, tell me why. Used to have a housemate. He paid his rent, like his half of the rent was paid. So it was my half of the rent that needed to be paid, right? But like now I'm calling my business partner who was supposed to have sent me the money by then. They're like, dude, you know rent is coming. I need this money like immediately. It's like, yeah. Just give me a few days. It's a few days. This thing is gonna come through. It's gonna come through. I'll send you the money until they stopped picking my calls. Now I have no money. I have no food. I have no ability to leave my house to literally go to the office to call out this guy. Like I was broke. I was broke with a capital K and E. Now my rent is due. My roommate has already paid his half. So it's my turn. Tell me why I get a call. Because I think my name was on the lease or something like that. Tell me why I get a call from the caretaker. When I pick up the call, I was near the balcony. So I'm picking up the call, and then as I'm talking to this guy, I can see him downstairs. Right? He's downstairs. So I'm talking to him, and now immediately I start to lower my tone. Because if he hears I'm in the house, and I'm currently telling him I'm not in the house, what is he going to do? He'll show up, they will
kick you out.
Kick me out, and now I'm fucked. And this is not my roommate's fault. This is really my fault. So it's like a whole thing. I need to not be home until I can figure this next step. Anyway, immediately I'm like, yo, I'm actually not home. But yeah, I'm really apologetic. We're going to be sorting this out by the end of the day. They're like, yeah, it's okay. But now I can hear the landlord in the car. And she grabs the phone and she's like, well, unajua unaishi wapi? Do you know where you live? I'm like, yeah. It's like, and do you know how much you pay for your rent? I'm like, yeah. Why are you sending me half the rent? I'm like, actually, I really apologize. It's I live with a housemate, and I think he may have not sent the money. No, I'm shifting. It's like I think he's not sent the money. I apologize, but I've just spoken to him. He should be able to send it by the end of the day. All will be well. He's like, you people are joking with me. Do you know you're joking with me? And she's shouting. I can hear her from downstairs. She's like, where are you? Where are you now? I'm like, I'm actually not home. I'm at work. He's like, are you not at the house? Are you sure you're not at the house? I'm like, yeah, I'm not at the house. I'm sorry, but I will get this sorted by the end of this day. My heart.
Okay.
The maji in my stomach. You know that fear? It's like fear of embarrassment. She's shouting. If at all this lady niko kwa nyumba, the embarrassment that is about to go down is going to be of a proportion that I cannot master. She was actually angry. You could hear it in her voice, and you could hear her shouting from all the way downstairs. So you know she mad, okay? Anyway, I'm like, I'm really sorry. I apologize. Even when I was like, you better sort this out today or tomorrow morning. I am going to be at your house and we are kicking you out. Don't play with me. Mind you, they still have deposit, right? Anyway, besides the point. So basically, she hangs up the phone very angry. You can still hear her like bitching down there. It's like these people are joking. They do. We'll call the police on them. You know, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm literally dying right now. They drive off, right? They come particularly to my house. So they drive off. Immediately, I call my roommate. I'm like, dude. I couldn't make rent. Could you please like sort it out? I will pay you back. I promise I will pay you back. Please sort it out. I will pay you back. I promise by the end of the week I'll pay you back. Please just sort it out because explain the situation. So in my mind, I'm like, this person may not have the money, maybe the budget, So I'm like freaking out and I'm hoping that they have the cash that they can pay for it because otherwise we're fucked. Anyway, freaking out, my heart is still dying because, like, of course, I have responsibilities as your housemate to pay rent. Now I'm giving you responsibilities that are not yours. Anyway, luckily, he paid for the rent. Let me tell you, Maina, immediately he sent me the receipt for having paid rent and I sent it to the caretaker. I called my brother, told him, come. I packed all my shit in the car and I moved out. Usiku wa manane kama mwezi. That was the end of me ever getting into a house to pay rent for that I can't afford. That was it. I went back home, nikatulia. Mimi hata nikiingia energy radio nilikuwa tu nimerelax kamulu.
Ulikuwa humble.
Nilikuwa kamulu. Unaambia, oh, you need to move to Kilele. Let me pay my 100 shillings and 50. Nikuwe naenda narudi. The journey better be long, but I am not tumbo maji about rent every fifth.
Yeah.
That was the end of that. And now I never ever again.
Another fear I have is falling in love with a man. But not just that, okay? Falling in love with a man who cannot dress. Falling in love with a man who has zero fashion sense. Let me tell you the ick that catches you. I have not dated people because of just how they showed up. Una show up tu vile unakaa, koti imeinama hivi, trouser ni oversize, umevaa sijui Nike ama ndio nini. It's embarrassing. If you can't put together an outfit, a decent outfit, and look good and show up on a date, what makes you think you can stand all of this? As in, how you dress just says a lot about you. So people who can't be me. It's so heartbreaking. Imagine you show up somewhere, watu wamevaa vizuri, boyfriends wa watu wana shine, wanatake huko Instagram pictures, mtu wako anakaa kama driver. Anaambiwa, si ukuje unisaidie kubeba meza. The disrespect. Amevaa tu vile anakaa, patchwork vitenge. People think he's... Not that there's anything wrong with people in the service industry, but kama tumeenda pahali and they're mistaking you for the kandayamoko ama watchman. Wanaulizana, umeingia kufanya nini? No. You'll not embarrass me.
Oh my days. That is so funny. Honestly, speaking of men, biggest fear again is, did I take that pill?
Contraceptives, babes.
Did I?
Oh.
Did I actually take this time?
I was so relieved when I stopped taking contraceptives. Right now, it's just me and the Lord. Me and
vibes
prayers.
And bro.
Vibes. If we get pregnant, we get pregnant. I'm not suffering.
Hey. You forget? Same energy as, did I actually get my period this month? Same energy.
The fact that you need an alarm to remind you to take contraceptives, that's just...
You guys don't understand that periods work the way periods work. At least for some of us who have irregular periods. Anyway. Like 1 week inakuja 10th to 14th. The next week inakuja 20th to 7th. You're like, what is going on? What is this?
Did I have 2 periods this month? What was that? What?
Or you go to the doctor and then they're like, so when was you're experiencing like stomach issues and whatever? They're like, so when is the last period? You're like,
That's an interesting question.
Hey,
so
give me a second. Let me look at this.
That's a very good question.
It's gotten to a point now where I have to log. I don't have an app because I used to have Flow, but I heard that they said your data. So I stopped using Flow. I just use the health app on my phone and just like make sure, log your period, end your period. And then they start to remind you things like, you are in your fertile phase. You're like, very nice. Let's go, baby. You're an ovulator.
Another thing with flow is the time I forgot to log.
For 130 days.
So mi naingia inaniambia sijui 700 days since your last period. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh my God. The fear. And then the questions they ask you, you might be pregnant. What do you mean?
When was your last? Did you use protection?
I'm still children.
The questions those apps ask you. It's crazy.
I
What is
hate
your
them.
basic metabolic, temperature? Like, what the hell? Dude. Anyway, those two things. When was my last period? And did I take the pill? Those two? Worst fears. Worst.
And I've been told,
praying.
Yeah,
Lord, this time. Save me this time.
I'll be good.
I will never again. I will never.
Take it away, Jehovah. Take it away.
Yeah. Fasting and prayer for your belly to be empty.
Maybe praying for a period every month is nasty work.
It's crazy.
It's not nice.
Not even funny.
It's
a bit horrible. Dude. Did you get
a period?
Yeah, I did. It's like, I'm praying for that energy.
Must be nice.
Okay.
How can you Bluetooth this time? So mean. I see that is how periods work.
Hey.
I'm usually told that, in public, nakwanga na sura ya kazi, as in I have a very mean resting beach face. I won't laugh with you, I won't smile with you, I won't even talk to you. But there's a reason. Ni woga. It's a fear. There's this fear of you excitedly wave at somebody.
Hi.
And then they don't wave back. Oh my God. Or they look directly at you and look behind.
Or they are the ones waving and you're like, they're waving at me?
No. Me it's that rejection of you wave at somebody and they don't wave back. And now you're like, everyone has seen me, Momu girl, foolish, waving at somebody who doesn't know me. Wow, who does she think she is? She knows everybody. Look at her. That embarrassment, it keeps me quiet. It keeps me humble. Or you walk up to somebody and you're like, oh, hey, nice to see you again.
And they're like, at you like,
where did we meet again? That has happened to me twice, and I remember vividly, as if it happened yesterday. Yani, I walked up to this babe, and I'm like, nice to see you again, babes. They're like,
Hi.
When?
You're going in for a hug, they're reaching in for your hand.
When did we meet? Let me tell you, because of those two occurrences, to date, Mimi in public, I am stone-faced. I'm listening to my music, I'm minding my business. A bomb could go off. Wouldn't be my business, okay? Unless you come up to me and say, hi, how are you? Mimi atakama na kujua, nitakupita. Because I'll not give you a chance to embarrass me.
And even worse when they're with like a female.
That's another thing. I will not approach you even if I know you, if it looks like you're on a date. Yeah. Me, I won't approach you. Because
I am on the other end of the spectrum.
Because mimi naweza, hey, alafu anza kwambia, kwani you know everyone?
And the girl just, anakuangalia juu chini. Like,
And then I start choking on my food. I'm being cast by a babe and I had no, mimi wasn't niroga for somebody I don't know. If I see you and it's like you're on a date, I will wave from afar. Vipi mkubwa. And keep it moving. Yeah. You don't have to worry about me.
Another one I think is I think in the same beat as like bodily issues. When you get a random stitch, random sharp pain on your boob,
like it's
just straight through your ass. You're like, what is that?
Is this how I go, Jehovah? Is this how I die?
It's some random one I get right in my pelvic zone. It's just a sharp pain all the way back. You're like, hey, Lord, what did I do? because I don't understand what I need. I'm just over here trying to survive, but you're sending me random pains. Thanks for that. And in that moment, you feel like you're literally just about to go. You start taking stock of your life. You start prioritizing things. It feels like an ND, like a near-death experience. And you're so scared. Did I tell them I loved them today? Like all those, it feels like an eternity.
You're just chilling, and then it's like, psh, someone has stabbed you. Like,
what is going on?
What is happening in the phantom zone?
I'm
Are
just
ghosts
chilling.
attacking me? What's going on?
It's just, no. Random pains, especially, and it's usually in the most uncomfortable places as well. It's like a random pain. Now you're jerking off your seat.
People around you are like, what is happening? And I'm like, funny people don't experience these things. Am I alone? Or just like randomly heart palpitations. And I'm like, what did I do?
You know?
What did my eyes see? That my brain did not comprehend. I'm just, what happened? What's happening? What's
going on?
Cool down. Did I see a man? Did I see a man somewhere? Like,
it's not funny. It's and then it becomes so hot all of a sudden. It's like your heart, and then you just get hot. Your ears are flaming. You're like, what is going on? It's just random stuff happening, and it's just it does not make sense.
Also, even like the random wave of horniness in public. I've never understood it. But sometimes it just comes to you like you're just chilling, you're being God's children, and then just like, wow. And you're like, hey, did my eyes see something that my brain did not put together? Because what's this? Where is this coming from? Kidogo pigie ex wako. But no. And it does happen. I know, like, for guys, it's more apparent, like, they'll get a random boner. Babes get that too in public. It's just that we're like,
all our stuff is incognito.
It's so hot.
Yeah. Like,
keep it moving.
Did you feel? Wait.
Another one. I think my biggest fear as an adult woman is getting lost in the sauce. That's a huge fear that I have.
Explain.
Not showing up as my most authentic self, not showing up as me because of everything that's happening around me. Because sometimes life happens and it hits you hard, and you show up as what other people want. At work, you're showing up small because you don't want friction with somebody at work. Or even in your relationship, you're not showing up as you because you're showing up as what your partner wants. And I remember when I was having postpartum depression, and I felt so lost because I just didn't know who I was. I was a new mother. But beyond that, I didn't know what else I was. So it was very depressing. You just feel as if you have no center. There's no solid ground you're walking on. And it's a very depressive space to be at. And I feel like, especially being a woman, you have to be very intentional about who you are. And it takes a lot of work to just show up. I'm showing up as the best version of myself every day. You have to be so disciplined, and that's a lot. You have to be consistent, and that's also a lot. And it can be so draining, but it's also very fulfilling. So just getting lost in the sauce is a huge fear I have. As in waking up and just not having motivation to do anything. I get so scared immediately. I just go into a space of fear. What's this? What's happening? I don't want to be in this space anymore. So yeah, that's a huge fear I have.
Yeah. And I think this especially happens when you're in a relationship, because you tend to export a lot of your burdens and a lot of your problems. So it can be very easy for you to just like go on cruise control forever. And there's nothing wrong with being on cruise control every so often. Maybe not forever. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's very
it's a lot.
It's a very prevalent one. Hey, and now that we're being a little serious, I think the one true one for me is like the fear of loneliness. And I remember like when I was a lot younger, maybe in high school, I would be so afraid to not be with a partner, not to be latched onto someone, not to be associated with someone, not to be in a relationship with someone, because then I would be afraid that I would be on my own, and that would then I think the biggest issue there was mostly you're afraid to face yourself. You're afraid to introspect and dig deep and figure out what exactly is going on the inside. You're afraid to find out who you really truly are. So you'd rather be distracted with other people all the time. And so I think that fear of just like being alone and being afraid that I would never find someone, that I would then end up just alone and sad and I'd have to face my demons was a huge, huge problem. But it actually happened. I actually ended up being alone for a while. And it was like you're in denial, you're scared, all these things are facing you like right, left, and center. And honestly, it feels like you're not gonna come out of this anytime soon. But then when you actually finally do come out of it and you learn how to, it's like, I can be alone. I don't need to be with someone. I can, what? I always thought I was an extrovert. And it was during that time that I realized I'm actually not an extrovert, I'm an ambivert. I have equal spaces of introversion and extroversion. Like, I do need some time to myself to just like figure things out on my own, to cool off. Yes, I'll be on like, half the time when you see me, but like when I'm on my own, I really just like zone out. I quiet. I'm just thinking about myself and worrying about my own things. But yeah, it was during that space that I realized that I'm not actually afraid of being alone. I was just afraid of facing my own demons and the lies that I'd been telling myself and all these facades and narratives and personas that I'd created. But once I actually did face them and actually realized that, I don't need to do all this. I can just be myself, and the people that actually like me will stick around. The people that actually are interested will listen. Ultimately, you kind of get over it. And it's like, all right, cool. The ones who like me will like me. The ones who don't won't. What am I going to do about it? Nothing much. Yeah. And yeah, that really has helped in my life.
I feel like a lot of these things come as you grow older. You stop showing up as somebody else. You start showing up as you. If they like it, well and good. If they don't like it,
Yeah, especially in relationships, because a lot of people, you pretend to be someone else. But the question I always asked, I asked myself, let me not ask you, I don't want to be too serious. But the questions I asked myself is like, okay, fine. So I show up as this bubbly, extra, like, polished and put together person and whatever. And then this person actually falls in love with that version of me. And then they actually do find out that I'm not put together. I don't have my life in order. I'm not independent. I'm not, all these things that they fell in love with, they find out that those were lies. What then? They're going to leave ultimately, right? It will take time, but they will leave. So what was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point?
Easy.
Yeah, let me tell you now, my true colors now, if you like it and you stick around, at least then you have the reality of what my life is and who I am. And you stay because you love that version of me, the true, authentic version of me. And you will be able to then steer me right or wrong. It's the same thing as telling your friends, what would you do? But they only know this fake version of you. So they'll give you advice based on this fake version of you. And ultimately, it will be the wrong advice because that's not what you truly need to be doing. But when they know you, then they give you advice for you. That will be curated for you and that will help you. It's not this facade that you have going on.
Just so you know, let me just be vulnerable right now. 2 out of 7 days is when my closet is neat. The rest of the days, it just looks like a Gikomba. It's toy market in there. That's me. That's the real me, guys. My closet is Gikomba. That's why my clothes are all wrinkly. And I don't have it in me to iron because I have a face card. And my face card does not decline. So yeah, Gikomba. Put it on. It's all wrinkly. And I'm just like, I have a face. Why am I ironing clothes? Yeah, so if you would like to, please know how to iron. And if you'd like to show up, know how to iron clothes. That's all I'm saying. Another thing I'm scared of, and this is a bit interesting, it's other women.
Oh, girl, you're not alone.
Yeah, I know we're like, sisterhood, girl power. But Me being a woman,
I've experienced.
I am extremely vigilant and very scared of other women and the potential, and if they wanted to ruin your life and the lengths that they would go to. Yeah, we're scared of men all the time, but women, it's just, it's different. And maybe it's like residual patriarchy inside me, internalized misogyny that's, women are always pitted against
Creeping
other
up in
women.
that form.
Exactly. Maybe it's that creeping out, but I am scared of other women. And maybe, I don't know, even if I look back at female friendships, I never completely let go. And I usually envy, relationships where, they're so girly, they know everything about each other. And I envy that. But a part of me refuses to be 100% vulnerable with another woman, because I know that there's a part of them that could stab me in the back and
So hard.
justify it.
So hard.
Exactly.
So fucking hard.
And I know as a woman, I am capable of destroying somebody else completely.
100.
So
to
I am,
smithereens.
even with my own mother, I can't bring myself to be 100% vulnerable with her. And she is my mother. So I don't know where this fear comes from, but it's there. It's something.
Girl, I hear you. I maybe to the only part that I don't fully relate to is like the mom, because like I tell we were super close.
Mm-hmm.
I tell her everything when I'm about to make bad decisions, when I'm about to try something, and it's like, oh man, I just met come bye bye. I'm thinking about trying it. She would give me like actually like, okay, fine. Here are the benefits. Here are the like. She would actually help me figure out what exactly I'm going for. Why is this the thing that you're attracted to right now? She was really into psychology, so actually, yeah. Anyway, but the rest of it, 100%, 100%. I saw a video the other day of a new formed girl group.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately,
We
I
could
could
tell.
almost
We could see.
You could exactly tell.
We knew who the alpha was.
You know, you can see the exact struggles. Like it's very microaggressive, but like not. It's like oh kumbaya, but like deep inside this person is villainous. Like I watched that video and I could nitpick, and it just became a point of like, that's gonna be a problem real quick.
Yeah.
Just give it a minute. Yeah, that's gonna blow. She's gonna blow.
And my intention is always to be a woman's
I
woman.
really
a
want to be a
girly
girl. But you realize not everyone is on the same wavelength. Like not everyone is on the same wavelength. So it's important for you to also just preserve yourself and do it in bite sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone.
And this is also because of my past behavior. I have done some shady shit towards people who are my friends, towards women who are my friends. So there's always that fear of, oh, karma. Karma is real. So I'm not going to put myself in a position to receive those punishments.
Yeah, I feel like unfortunately I'm on the other end again of like so many shady things have been done to me, and it's taken so long for me to realize it. But then it also starts to ask the question of like, why are all these people getting a chance to do all these horrible things to me? So it's like a question of like, am I a problem? Am I the drama? Like, am I causing? Am I
sit
toxic?
down with yourself
am I poking, and then people are
what
reacting
about me?
and that, because it
attracts this kind of thing.
It can't be that everyone is just a horrible person.
Yeah.
At some point, you kind of need to take accountability of something. It's like,
we need to analyze your storytelling.
So I am the victim. How are you always the victim? And I used to find myself as the victim all the time. So, like, what is it about me that is causing people to react in this way? Have I done something? Am I also a villain in someone else's story? Because you're not always the hero, babes. You're not always.
People are not mad.
Yeah, you're triggering something. And if you're not, then to get yourself out of the situation. My point is, female friendships they can be the best thing that will ever happen to you and your life, because they will empower you. They will strengthen you. Like it's amazing to have female friends, but at the same time, it's crazy to think of the potential of how badly this female friendship can hurt you. And I think that's the fear, because you're like, the potential of hurt. Most times, the friendships you have with other women, those relationships, once they end, it's just so painful. I think it's more painful. My girl breakups, my girlfriend's breakups have been more painful than any heartbreak I've had from a guy,
even when your
from a
female friend
relationship.
does something to you,
It
if another man
hurts.
did that, it would be like,
You'll be like, whatever. But when like it's your friend,
a woman does this to you, you knew, because when somebody else you can discount it with, they didn't know the perspective. They didn't know. Yeah. But you, babe, my babes,
know everything.
You know everything, and still that is the direction you took. So it's usually very hurtful and very painful, and it feels like the finest form of betrayal.
It really is.
So yeah, I think that's my reluctance to put myself out there and just be 100%.
Yeah, it's the potential of hurt. It hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Worse than a breakup.
You really don't want to put yourself in a situation unless you're 100% sure, and you can never be 100% sure. So you're always faced with this skepticism of, I'll give you like 25. Oh, let's keep it at 25. Oh, yeah, and then I'll keep the rest somewhere else.
Yeah.
So it's very tricky, that one. Hey, yeah, I completely get it. I think another one for me is like stairs. I don't know why I don't like stairs. It's like the moment
more
you're
specifically as
I'm in pain.
A babe with
big titties.
Well, yes, there's stairs, and then also like going downhill. You just always
it hurts. It hurts. I am not gonna lie. It's actual pain. Like, it's not funny. You may think it looks cute, but I'm in pain.
Like, have you guys ever heard of suffocation by mammary glands? Like, you know, like the positions you're put into and you're fighting for your life because all of this.
You just need to.
And then somebody asks you why you're keeping your bra on during the deed. Because this. Or like, I could die.
I can't bounce this. Okay, fine. I'll do it, but I'll have to hold my titties. Like, that's.
I'm gonna have to put on a bra.
Yeah, it's either I'm holding or I am protected by my bra, because it hurts. It's actually painful. Same energy as like, I don't like hugging people that much nowadays. That's why most times when I hug guys, it's usually like a, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah,
like a shoulder bump, because I don't understand why men always do this. Like, you hug so tight. I'm like, dude, it's not fun for me. I'm in pain. You're hurting me. Please don't. It's like a very tight squeeze. I'm just like, dude, what? Or I hug you and I'm hunching my back.
Yes.
I do that as well.
Yes.
Like, okay, fine. If we're doing it, I'm going to hunch my back a little bit so you don't, like, squeeze the shit out of me and I'm in pain. I don't like to... They look cute, but they hurt.
Yeah.
So please don't.
You've talked about boobs, and I remembered another fear I have. I think I should have said it earlier. When you're having period symptoms and it feels like pregnancy symptoms. Girl, do you know, first of all, when I was pregnant, I found out at 5 months because I had pretty much a cryptic pregnancy. And also the fact that my period wasn't regular. And the symptoms I was having, like sore breasts, all of them were...
also period.
I'm just like, maybe I'm having my period this month, you know, and I would like
brush it off to
babes. 5 months, you know. When push came to shove, when I was suspecting, now I went to hospital. He does the scan, and I'm like, okay, how long? I'm waiting for like 4 weeks, 8 weeks, no, 20 weeks deep. So I usually get so scared when anytime I like any form of pain in my boobs,
tenderness,
or somebody is cooking onions and I'm just like,
the smell,
the smell of frying onions,
sensitivity.
If it irks me ata kidogo, mimi uko chemist, nipatie pregnancy test, please. So yeah. Even when I've not had sex, I'll go check. Because sijui ni
especially
sijui kama ni ya this month ama ni ya huko kwingine.
It's crazy how similar pregnancy symptoms are to period symptoms. So yeah, be careful. out in the streets, be careful. You could be saying, my girlfriend has very painful cramps. It's not cramps. It's pregnancy.
It's contraction, babes. Contraction. I saw this babe who said, she thought she was having her appendix burst, and she went to the ER.
Yep.
and delivered a
The-
bouncing baby
The
boy.
one who wanted to shit. What are those pregnancies called? Like she thought she was taking a shit. She's like, hey, this one is taking a while. She actually went to the toilet. I went to shit. Pew, baby came out. Baby came out. There's a whole movie. There's a whole series about it. It's called something pregnancies. Like phantom pregnant. I don't remember what it's called. I'll find it and I'll let you guys know. Like just many women, and then this one, it was bad because it happened like twice. The first time she didn't know, and then she got to hospital. She's like, "Yeah, you're delivering." She's like, "What do you mean?"
It's contractions.
What do you mean? Second time, same thing happens. She rushes to the hospital. She just needs to take a shit. She goes to the hospital. She thought she was constipated. Straight into emergency room to deliver. She's like, how is it happening to me twice? Imagine pregnancy.
And you want me to be scared of not being married by 30? When I could go take a dump and deliver a boy. Come on.
Not funny. You know, it's like you have a low stage. Yeah. As women, your body just, there are days it gives you pain. Pain. So, small pain doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't register, as anything.
I feel like I have a high
tolerance of pain. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like if you're not sure, it's like, you've had so many other painful experiences. This one just feels like you need to take a shit. Imagine, that's labor pain. You take a shit, bro. Here's your baby, you know?
You were at the club yesterday. Today you're in the crib.
Yeah.
It's just lullabies, baby shark to do. It's so scary. Being a woman is so scary.
It's crazy. You heard of the story of the lady who, this guy was insisting, let's get a baby. So she went through like 2 rounds of IVF, and the guy's like, okay, fine, let's do 1 more round of IVF. I have faith we're gonna get a baby this time. Mm-hmm. She just had a miscarriage, and she was just like, no, I don't want to do it. But then the guy was like, yo, don't worry, I'll take care of everything. Went through IVF, actually got pregnant. Went for a scan, found out she's pregnant with twins. They're like, okay, that's crazy. The guy is excited. They're excited about this baby coming through. And the guy is excited, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know what? On our way home, can we please pass through the tire shop? I need to get a tire for my friend. She's like, okay, what? You're getting a tire for your friend? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Anyway, picks up the tire, and then they drop it off at the friend's house, and she drops him off, and she goes back home. The guy didn't come home for 2 weeks. She's like, wait, what? What happened? Why are you, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. He's not picking up calls, he's not texting, he's gone. Ghost, right? So she's like, okay, this is weird. He was really keen on having this kid. In fact, coerced me into having this child. And now he's dipped for 2 weeks. What is happening? 2.5 weeks. Fast forward to once the second half week is ending, she gets a call from a friend of the guy's. The guy's like, oh yeah, so hi, sad news. So basically, he's decided he's in love with someone else. In fact, they are very in love and they've been shacking together. There was no person. The tire was, she was dropping the man off at the girl's house. Anyway, so basically he says he's not interested in pursuing this relationship. He'll take care of the kids, he'll do everything for the children, but he doesn't want to be with you. He's happy in his new relationship. And by the way, you need to move out of your house because he wants to move in with his new girlfriend to the house and just go somewhere else. He'll, just go somewhere else. He can't see you right now.
Yup.
And that is why I fear men. Men is a fear. Because what was that?
Men. 3
rounds of IVF, a miscarriage. You've seen me going through a miscarriage. You insist, no, I have faith in this time. I actually get pregnant, and the day we see the scans of your children, you disappear and kick me out of our house. Where am I raising these 2 toddlers? You. Fear men. You. That's another fear. It's a 30-year-old.
Scary. Yeah. Okay, as we wind up, I think I'm going to steal yours.
Okay.
Is farting during sex. Oof. Quiffing is one thing. Quiffing, yes, it's mortifying.
But there's no smell.
It's so mortifying. It's scary. And I have to hey.
So loud.
That was for my vagina. Please, sir. I did not fart.
It's a standing ovation
Please.
from my vagina.
No. It is mortifying. It is, And I haven't gotten over the fact. I saw Lydia KN say, we're going to sit there and look into each other's eyes. But me? No. But farting during sex, sometimes it happens. Not nakwambia, let me give you a scenario. Umetoka job, akwambia, baby, let me pick you up. Akakuchukua. Mkaingia Diamond Plaza. Okay? Mukakula. Walafi nyinyi. Pilau. Indian cuisine. Umegonga nani? Umkamba amesema, juice. Ukasema, nipe juice. Alafu before wende, akasema, kuna milkshake. Ukachukua milkshake. Mlafi wewe. And then you get home. Okay? You're well fed. You're just relaxing. You're just cruising. And then, you saw those eyes. And because you're a nice girl, you go take a shower, you prepare to sleep. You're in bed now. Around 3 a.m. The tap. Those small, somebody's touching you. You're being touched. You're being activated.
Okay,
Unasema, what is small sex that I cannot do? So you turn around, my friend. My friend. Umesema ulikuwa na Indian cuisine.
Oh my God.
So it is. Things happen sometimes. And I love men who just soldier on. Just like, well, tuendele. Because, even you can't have missionary because, if they press your stomach wrong. So you just have to turn around. So you're just over there holding farts. And they sleep away. So
what are you mining, sir? You have decided this is the time you will go and find gold.
That is the true test of a relationship. Will he stop?
Why are you pounding so hard?
Or will he soldier on?
And you just saw me eating everything.
Why are you touching me? No, vile nimekula. Hamna huruma. So yeah, it do be like that.
He's giving the energies. I'm gonna tickle your belly button. Why are you trying to tickle me?
You tickle my belly button.
On a full stop.
Now here we are, both embarrassed. But then for that, I'd be angry. I'd be like, you caused this. Why are you tickling? I won't even go into those guys who feel the need to stick a finger inside your bum. Because that's just another horror story. Not for me personally. I read somewhere.
You read somewhere that someone...
Yeah, I read somewhere.
Missed the spot. Hey. And they decided to go...
Guys.
Excavating. Hey.
We're going to end the episode there. Because we need to go to another job.
Oh, my eyes.
But pretty much those are some of the legit fears that women have. A woman's fear is not being married by the age of 50 or not having a family.
There are clear fears.
There are fears.
Walking alone in the darkness.
Exactly.
Being groped by matatu people.
Mm-hmm.
My dress, my choice recurring. You remember how horrible those stories actually were?
Somebody touching your feet and you've not gone to the pedicure.
The way they sit down
and
they sitting down with someone in a matatu and they are trying to, rub their arm on your boob.
Mimi nitakupea.
Weird
Nitakwambia
shit
ndio
like
hii.
that.
Ndio hii.
Ndio hii.
Shika. Because what's that? What's this?
It's like they sit so close to you,
Shikilia.
Anyway, these are real fears, but honestly, there are others. And these are ours. Actually, my eyes.
You have to do your makeup.
Yeah. My mascara is running, guys. So we'll see you next week.
Bye.